I've had these sort of worries about autism for years and arguments with people, and I've always felt like a bit of a lone voice. So it's been nice to actually hear other people who have similar concerns and ideas. It's a blanket term, and that the people with the label are actually all so different and diverse that it doesn't help us to understand them.
I thought that all the talks today have been really interesting. It's the kind of event that I think is really important because we're so often given one picture of what autism is and it becomes this all-encompassing thing, which I think is what Catherine was talking about in the first talk. And it's nice to have that challenged, but challenged in an environment where there's lots of different people coming from different places, a chance where we can all think about it together.
It's quite interesting to see different perspectives of the speakers. Having psychiatrists come in and psychologists to work in the field has been really great.
The particular talk which I found really interesting was on how autism can be viewed through social and cultural backgrounds. Autism itself isn't a biological impairment. There's no facts on what it actually is and no definite symptoms.
Recent research on genetics and looking at the histories of people who have the disorder have been followed up prospectively over many years, and the outcomes being quite favourable for people who have the diagnosis, which is not what you would predict from a medical view of autism.
I think it's been very productive. I think it's allowed the whole gambit or the whole panoply of perspectives to be told around this entity called autism. And most importantly, I think it's been a dialogue rather than a monologue.
Our modern idea about autism is being challenged by the lack of evidence that it has any biological basis and the lack of evidence that it describes a particular group that require particular treatments and the lack of evidence that it points towards some lifelong condition. What I really found impressive and I really liked about today's talks is being in a place where there were people who are talking with a skeptical lens about the basis of the diagnosis, how it affects people in real life, what goes missing when we make a diagnosis. And this is something I have never heard being brought together in one place.